Hi there, it's Ali from Design by Ali. Today I've got two cards for you made with texture paste. I've already ink blended the backgrounds, and for those I've got the two oxides you can see. And then I've made my own stencil, and I just wanted to test that out just to see if that works. That was actually die cutting just a piece of vellum. And it does work, it seems quite well. The only thing was that once you'd actually done it once or twice, it did make it slightly soggy. So I could probably leave it to dry and use it again, but I actually then went with the stencil that had a very similar snowflake texture pattern on it anyway. So I'm just going to do this piece here with snowflakes until I've done the whole sheet. And then once that one's done, I've moved on to the other card, and you can see that I've done an ombre effect on both cards, so slightly darker on one end, fading that into light. And this one I've used like a snowflake type pattern as well. And then I've die cut two frames, one circular frame, one rectangular frame, and I'm just going to put those onto the card fronts themselves. And I'm going to ink those up using another Distress Oxide. I've done that in the blue, even though the cards are more green. I've done that in a blue just to give that a bit of variation. And once those are inked up, I'm just going to put some 3D self-adhesive foam tape on the back of both of those so that they can go straight down on the card front once they're dry. It took a while for the cards to actually dry, so I had a bit of time to sort this out, and I thought I'll do the sentiment as well at the same time. So I've got two pieces of vellum, and I've got the stamp set Merry Christmas, and I'm just stamping that onto both of the vellum. And then from there I decided to get the black powder from Papermate, and I'm just going to put the powder on those, and then I'm just going to heat gun those just to give it a shiny texture. Sorry if you could hear the noise of the heat gun there. And just going to trim those up, and once they're trimmed they should fit quite nicely onto the actual frames of the card itself. I did forget that the card stock itself was from Tim Holtz. It's the watercolour cardstock, so it's slightly smaller, so I then had to change my cardstock to a smaller one, which I've done, and I changed that from the white to the cream because I thought that went quite nicely. And there I'm just putting on the frames to the front of them and adhering the Merry Christmas sign. Now on this one I'm doing now, I wished I'd trimmed down the sides of the vellum first, which I forgot to do. So I had to painfully go and do that afterwards and try and trim round the side. It just makes it slightly more difficult to do. I got it right the second time, and I actually trimmed it as soon as it went on, and then trimmed it before I actually stuck it down, which made life a lot easier. So you live and learn. And then once they're adhered to the front of the card, that's really the cards today. They're very simple, very quick to do. They're just very basic cards, but because of the texture from the paste, they actually look really nice. So I'm just sticking that down onto the card base, and just went over those with some pearlized drops. I put a goldy lemon on that one, and I went with the green, pale green on that one, and that just finishes the card off nicely. There they are. I hope you enjoyed these today. See you soon.